Hey everybody, it's Mama M. I apologize for missing a week of videos, but I actually pulled my sacroiliac joint, which is in the area where your hip connects to your spinal cord, and I have been in serious pain. And at first we thought it was kidney stones, and then we thought maybe I had a cyst on my ovary because the pain's kind of in the same area, just back and front. And after like 4 or 5 days of being in serious pain, I finally went to a series of doctors, and they finally came back and said that I had pulled this sacroiliac joint, and I am causing a lot of pain and inflammation throughout both my hips, my entire pelvic region, and my lower back. So that has been awesome. 3 different prescriptions later, between anti-inflammatories, painkillers, and muscle relaxers, I'm able to function somewhat normally again. So I am trying to go ahead and knock out these questions that were sent in over the past 2 weeks. So let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling on those. So this week Tawny asks for me to talk about how to incorporate children into any kind of practice, any kind of rituals and things. And I think I've talked about this before. My kids are 4 and 2. Hope is 4 and a half actually now, and Raylan is just over 2 years old. And Ray's not really interested in what's going on right now. He just kind of plays with his toys and does his own thing and really could care less what I'm doing. Hope is very curious. She tells everyone that asks any question that could be answered this way with, I am a witch. I'm a witch just like mommy, and I'm going to be a witch too when I grow up, and I do magic, and I have a wand, and she's crazy. So as far as incorporating them into what I'm doing, if I'm doing anything outdoors, planting, things like that, then, we do that together, working with flowers, talk about nature and how to make things grow, those kind of simple things. As far as like day-to-day magic, if I'm working with spells or anything like that, then, I let Hope and Raylan, if he wants to, I let them watch, and Hope will draw up her own spells with a crayon on a piece of paper, and then I will go ahead and light that on fire and throw it in the cauldron as well, because it's exciting for her to do her own magic. Really right now, just because of how young they are, their interest doesn't stick long enough. Their attention span is just not good enough to really take in and absorb any kind of knowledge right now. So on any given day, you can catch either one of my kids running around with one of their homemade wands, yelling various magic spells. Hope's favorite one, and I don't know where she got this phrase, but it cracks me up every time she does it. She says, magic pa magic, make mommy do what I want, or magic pa magic, make my brother disappear. And then she pretends like he actually did disappear, and she looks for him, and it drives him absolutely crazy. But those are my kids, they came from me, and I'm crazy too, so it all works out. Anne Marie wants to know what I do on sleepless nights. Play on the internet, screw around on Facebook, try to come up with new product ideas. That's actually what usually leads to sleepless nights, because I have ideas and I can't shut my brain off. Otherwise, I'll just kind of lay on the couch and watch old episodes of Friends and hopefully get tired enough to fall asleep. Jennifer wants to know what the best book I ever read was. And I thought about this a lot, and I'm really quick to say, I really love The Witching Hour by Anne Rice. It was one of the biggest books I ever read. I read it in junior high. It was way more advanced than something that I should have been reading, and I love it. I've read it thousands of times. But honestly, the best book I ever read is called Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude, and I believe that's by Napoleon Alexander. And my dad gave it to me as a gift, which I thought was really insulting when I was in high school. And I did read it, and I really got a lot from it, and it has acted as kind of a building block for everything that I do, because if you keep your attitude positive, which I say this all the time, and I know you're probably sick of hearing it, but if you keep your attitude positive, positive things will happen. So success through a positive mental attitude. Kimberly wants to know what I think is the best method of protecting yourself and grounding yourself when you're doing any kind of work with energy. I assume she's talking about spiritual energy, and because I am a medium and I deal with spiritual energy pretty much every day, I have developed a couple of techniques that I use pretty regularly to make sure that I shield myself from allowing spiritual energy to drain my own energy. First, if you can find an object that you can carry on your person, a necklace, a pair of earrings, a stone you carry in your pocket, anything like that that you can physically have on your body that acts as a protective vessel, that's a really good way to go about it. Like I have a pentacle necklace that I wear when I go out in public and things, when I have stuff I have to do, so I don't want to be distracted by spiritual energy. I have designated that as my piece that shuts that off. So you can have an object that either shuts that off for you or acts as a shield, so that as long as you have that piece on your person, it just kind of puts a wall up so that nothing can really get all the way through and steal your energy or disrupt your mood, or if you're empathic, cause you any kind of pain or sickness or anything. So that's a really good way. Another really simple way would be to surround yourself in white light, which is in another video a couple weeks ago I did about how to protect your kids from scary things. You can use those same techniques on yourself to surround yourself in a bubble of white light and add protection so that you can still communicate with other entities without allowing them too close into your personal space, and without allowing them to touch you or affect you in any way. Mary wants to know how to incorporate essential oils into magic. There's a lot of different ways that you can work with oils. You can soak incense in them. Granular incense soaked in oils will give a new smell and kind of allow that out into the atmosphere. You can make your own stick incense with essential oils. You can make them into perfumes, you can make them into candles. All of my enchanted candles have essential oils actually brewed into the wax, so that is where the scent comes from. Also, you can use them, the most basic way to use essential oil is to anoint a candle. So you would actually take the oil and rub it on the candle while you're chanting your spell or your intent or anything, and it kind of gives you the ability to focus your own energy on what you're doing and get yourself kind of mentally prepared to do the work while you're anointing the candle. Helen asks, what are your favorite books and why? My favorite books are, I don't know, books about witches. I always liked reading books about witches, even before I realized that I was a pagan. And like I said earlier, I really enjoy some of Anne Rice's books. Not so much the vampires. I'm not into the whole vampire thing. I'm not into the Twilight series or anything like that. But I really liked, like I said, The Witching Hour was one of my favorites. I'm a big Stephen King fan. I've read all of his old stuff. 6th grade, I read Christine and It. I love scaring myself. Oh geez, what else? I also like reading books by other mediums, such as John Edwards, Chip Coffey. Maureen Hancock was the last one that I read, The Medium Next Door. That was really a good book. And I kind of read them to learn about the writing styles and how other people are writing about their experiences being a medium, since that is a lot of what my book is about, which should be finished in August. So I will keep you posted on that. I have a publisher who's interested in it right now, which is really exciting. And as soon as it's finished, like I said, which should be around the end of July, beginning of August, then we can get working on editing and hopefully publishing and get that out to the masses so you can enjoy the craziness that is my life, including being a medium, a witch, a wife, and so that's all I've got for this week, and I will be trying to do another video later this week so I can catch up, and there seems to be a lot of questions that people have been submitting about astral travel, so I'm going to attempt to do a full video on the ins and outs of that whole area. So if you have any questions related to astral travel, try and get them into me before Thursday, and I will try to get another video out Thursday afternoon or early Friday. Make sure that you check out the Facebook page so that you can enter the Friday contests and giveaways. And if you happen to be in the Reno or Carson City area, I am going to have a vendor booth at a couple of upcoming local events. Reno Earth Day is Sunday, April 20th. 21st at Idlewild Park in Reno, Nevada. I will have a booth there. And also Carson Valley Chili Cook-Off at Carson Valley Inn in Minden is the 27th and 28th, I believe, a Saturday and Sunday, and I will have a booth out there all weekend. So if you're in the area, come by and say hi and check out all the goodies that I've got. I'm always updating the website with new products. If there's something you're looking for and you can't find it, use one of the links below the YouTube video here to contact me, and I'd be happy to try and get my hands on that for you or make it for you. Stay in touch through Twitter, Facebook. I am trying to remember to use my Google Plus account, of course, here on YouTube, and be sure to visit my website and check out all the new products that are always being added. And if you have a question, you can use one of the links below also to submit your question, and I try to get to them as quickly as possible. So again, sorry for missing a week due to personal injury, and I really wish that I could claim some kind of wild kinky sex act for how that happened, but the truth is I was trying to show my daughter and her friends how to swing on the swing set on her stomach, and when I laid on the swing I wound up with my butt in the air and my face on the ground and pulled my hip out of the socket. So yay! I'll see you guys all next week. Take care.